Welcome back, everybody. Of course, I'm meteorologist Hayden Nix, along with Miss Kelsey Cowan with the Museum of Discovery. They have graciously allowed us to come back, and very appreciative of you guys. You have come up with a number of awesome things for all of us who have been watching from home on our website, these different experiments. And that's what we want to do, is have a way for you to learn about different things and have that at-home science education. And today, we're going to do something that's going to be hopefully a little fun with everyone at home, and this is making candles.
Absolutely.
With some things that you have at home that are easy to put together here. So kind of walk us through what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, so this is a nice seasonal activity.
Okay.
But just as a caution, parents definitely do need to be active on this one, because this one is definitely going to be a little more dangerous. We're going to be dealing with high temperature wax here and water and different things. So be very careful. We of course have our safety gloves over here, and we have a very hot griddle. But we actually have a few different things. We have paraffin wax, which is going to be our main ingredient to our candle that we're going to be making today. But to add a little bit of color to it, we actually added some crayons.
Okay.
Being that it's fall right now, of course, we went with fall colors, the leaf colors. So we got kind of a nice little copper maroony color. We have a green, because some trees are still green, of course. We have a yellow, and we have just a nice bright red. So what we're going to do is we also have, let's see what we have over here. Yes. We have this wax string. So this wax string is actually what we're going to be able to put in to our burnt paraffin or melted paraffin and crayon. And actually over time, we're going to be able to dip it up and down, and it's actually going to create a candle over time.
And this is how they normally would make those. It's just, it starts with that, a wax string, and then you just keep dipping and cooling it down, correct?
Absolutely. Now, a way that we can actually expedite that cooling process is just to use some water. The cooler the water that you have, the better it's going to be. So that being said, what we can actually do is dip it in there. You can't really see too much so far. There's a little bit of wax. So this is actually going to be an activity of patience.
Yes.
So we would actually dip it in our water and just keep on dipping back and forth until it gets thicker and thicker and thicker. And before you know it, you're going to be doing it so much that you're going to have a candle. So I'm about 5 dips in, and you can see
it's getting there. It's getting there.
It's a little bit thicker than the string, wouldn't you say? But obviously this takes a long time.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't fast forward this 35 minutes and come out with the final result. But these are easy things too. You've got just regular soup cans that we have utilized to heat up the crayons and the paraffin wax. And of course, you know, we've got our wax string, which you can purchase at any big box store, any craft store here. And then, of course, the patience as well. But you've got something else that's a little unique that could speed this up.
I do. Okay, so I wanted to be able to have a finished product right here.
Okay.
Now, my friend actually collected some pine cones for me. So here's going to be your pine cone.
Okay.
And what we actually did is we wrapped that wax string around our pine cone.
Okay.
And of course, we're going to create a pine cone candle. And I know you're thinking, this could be dangerous, probably shouldn't burn this, so caution. I would not burn this inside.
Right.
So make sure you're being very careful if you do burn it. And more than anything, I love decorative candles more than anything. So this could be a really fun decorative candle idea that you can actually do with your family.
Okay.
So that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to hold that string towards the top.
Okay.
And I have some tongs right here. Here's some for you.
Oh, there we go.
Here you go.
Awesome.
And what we're going to do is you're going to choose your favorite color that you see here. I'm going to actually choose this red for me.
I like this one. That looks like a good autumn color.
That's an autumn, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, we have some water right in front of you.
Okay.
And we're going to go from dipping it in to dipping it in our water. So just back and forth.
Okay.
So our paraffin and our crayon's been melting for about close to an hour. So just know it does take some time. So it's not just going to be immediate, but it's nice and melted now. So let's go ahead, and you might even have to kind of force it in there with your tongs. So force it in there. Try to get it as far down as you can. It's kind of burning at first, right?
Okay.
Okay, now nothing's really happening yet. You can see that wax is going to be dripping. So once it's kind of stopped dripping, go ahead and bring it right over into your water and force it down.
Okay.
There you go.
Look at that. Nice.
So you might have to force it down into the water. Now that's going to actually expedite that cooling process. So you don't necessarily have to have the water portion of it. But like I said, it does definitely make it go a lot faster. Now you'll actually see that it's actually going to be building up that wax slowly but surely, just in a few dips. Whereas, of course, if you just have the string, it's going to take a much longer time.
Right.
So if you want much quicker results, this is definitely the way to do it. Ooh, yours is looking so good so far.
And of course, parents and kids, this is going to be something that may make a mess. As you can see, it is dripping, and we are getting a little bit of that on our tabletop here, but not to worry. That's why you would probably put something down to protect that, but also have the cleanup crew ready to go.
Absolutely.
After this is done.
So,
wow.
That's looking beautiful, of course. So we are definitely used to messes here at the museum.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely put something down if you're not prepared for a mess, or if you don't want to spend a good chunk of time cleaning.
Oh yeah, see, now I can feel the heaviness coming in.
You can feel it, right?
Oh wow, yours is really getting on there now.
Yeah, and so after a while, that wax, you don't necessarily need the tongs to push it down quite as much as anymore. So there we go. That weight is actually just going to help carry it down.
There we go.
Perfect.
Look at that.
Going to do maybe one more dip for me.
I think I'm going to do one more too.
There we go. Oh, yes.
This is a good color.
Perfect.
I think this went really well with the pine cone being brown.
I know. I think that's
that
perfect.
copper color.
I kind of like my red color as well.
Look at that.
Let's see.
Gotta dip mine one more time. Go in there.
You can actually see at the bottom, of course, as it's kind of dripping down. It does you can see those drips. And as long as it's still warm, you can actually kind of mold it a little bit. But I kind of like the drips personally.
I do too.
Yeah.
That looks really cool.
Neat. And it is going to be the holiday spirit Christmas time soon, so maybe it could be an ornament on a tree perhaps too.
Absolutely. That's something else to think about. It doesn't have to be a candle. You could just make a loop with this, and there you go. A hanging ornament if you want to do that. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kelsey, for letting us come by once again. This is a cool, fun experiment. This is something you could do in an afternoon and have some really cool things that are made by you. All right, well, that's going to do it for this one. You really want to tune into this next episode. We've got a lot of fun coming up on our website, so make sure to check back at 1 o'clock next Monday.